Good morning. My name is Jack Van Cleve. I'm the president and founder of Engine Block Warming Controller Incorporated. A couple years ago I purchased a diesel truck and found a need to cut back the electric bill to pre-warm the truck in the morning when I go to work. And thus I invented and perfected the Engine Block Warming Controller. This device will in fact save you over $250 in a 90-day period. Many times we plug in our diesel trucks and our engine warming controlled cars and don't realize how much energy we consume overnight. And what I did was to come up with a product that I patented that will in fact save many hundreds of dollars through the winter months and in fact pay for itself within 90 days. And in just a moment I'm going to show you how it works, what it does, and how easy it is to put together and mount on your house or in your garage. Many of us don't realize how much electricity is consumed by the pre-warming of an engine block heater in a diesel or gasoline vehicle. If you look at your electric meter with it plugged in, it spins very fast. If you look at it without it being plugged in, it spins very slow. In other words, a 1500 watt engine block heater is about like taking a toaster oven and turning it on and opening the door and leaving it run for about 10 hours a day. And what I've done with the Engine Block Warming Controller is cut that time down to about 2 hours a day. And also, if the temperature is low enough that your vehicle needs to be plugged in and needs to have that electric to preheat the engine, my device, Engine Block Warming Controller, will in fact take care of that automatically without you worrying about it. So we're going to cut this electric bill down and I'm going to show you how. Alright, now I'm going to show you just how simple it is to put this device into use. Alright, this case and everything about this is UL approved, totally insured, so you don't have to worry about it. If you notice here on the bottom, this is called a capillary tube. It comes off of the temperature control that is housed inside the device. I'm going to show you quickly just how simple it is to mount this on your building and put it into use. Okay, I've pre-drilled my brick and mounted some plugs in the wall, top and bottom, to prepare myself to mount my device. So what I'm going to do is very simply run the screws in, and now this is hanging outside in the fresh air so that it can simply pick up the air temperature, the ambient air temperature outside of my house. The next procedure is to set the clock. I've set the clock for the time of day and set the clock that I want it to come on at 4 a.m. in the morning and go off at 6. And I've also set the temperature control at 32 degrees. Okay, we've got a plug for the timer. Now the timer plug is going to go down through this hole and be plugged in a moment right there. The plug that's going to my truck goes back in the hole and gets plugged in right here in a moment. Now I'm going to put this grommet in place, and just that simple it's done. Okay, I plug back into the clock, I plug in my vehicle, and I plug it into the electric. Everything is set, the timer is running, and I'm going to plug it into the vehicle. Okay, we're back at the vehicle. Mostly all of your vehicles that have an engine block warmer have a plug similar to this out front. And all you simply do, we came from the control box to the vehicle, plug it in, that's it. Now, what will happen? At 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, the engine block heater will kick on and pre-warm my engine fluids. If the temperature, the ambient air temperature, is low enough, in the case of this vehicle, I've set it at 32 degrees, the engine starts warming up, warming the fluids in the engine so that it'll start. If it's above 32 degrees and anywhere outside of the realm of between 4 and 6 a.m., no electric passes through this cord, and I'm saving about $250 every 90 days. If you notice, this capillary tube is mounted on the brick of my house. It disappears into the brick because of the color, obviously. However, I've drilled a small hole, a half-inch hole through the house into the inside where I have my unit installed in the house. This is the way it comes to you. The timer and temperature control. It has 4 screws and the capillary tube mounted to it. You just simply take everything off and poke that capillary tube through the wall, and if you can envision putting this on the other side of the wall and mounting it using 2 of the screws. Set your timer, set your temperature control to your desire, and plug it in, and that is it. Now, the other way it comes, of course, is for the outside box, the way we showed you earlier. If you want to mount this outside in applications where it's necessary, this box is completely watertight. The only air port in the bottom of it is where the wires go through, and it gives you enough room for movement. And it's completely sealed from chafing, from water. You can hose this box off, even if it's plugged in, it will not hurt it. It's completely waterproof. All of these devices are completely UL approved, insured, and guaranteed for 1 year. Very simple, very basic, very economic. I'm going to go through in a moment and show you exactly how the math is done to come up with these figures. All right, folks, this is the form that's on my website. All right, and it's very easy and very basic mathematics to compile whether this product is good for you. Let's take your engine block heater, an average of 1500 watts, times basic kilowatt charge of 12 cents for about 120 days used during the winter months, cold weather, and about 12 hours per day. All right, that figure comes out to $259 in electric used to heat up your vehicle to get ready to go out in the morning. If you take the same computations, changing the hours per day and even backing off 15 good days above freezing, we're looking at $37.80 compared to $259. This is a savings in your pocket of $221.20, or as simple mathematics will put it, 85% back to you. EngineBlockWarmingController.biz, www.engineblockwarmingcontroller.biz is my website. I do take all major credit cards. I will ship directly to you, and dealer inquiries are very definitely welcome. Thank you.